I'm actually, I've been doing this for quite many years, and I don't really get nervous because I notice that musicians and big stars are all just normal people. But I have to admit, because the first band that I ever got into, like when I was 8, was Guns N' Roses. Yeah. Slash is playing here on Sunday, and I will get to interview him.
Yeah, but supposedly he's the nicest guy in the world too. Yeah. I've never met him, but I heard that he's just a sweetheart, so don't even worry about it. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna shit my pants.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That's great.
Cool.
You need that. You know what I mean?
You're gonna walk away going, he was a really nice guy. Why was I so nervous about it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Concerning your people probably all the time, probably the most common question you get is the name of the band. Yeah. And there are probably many misunderstandings because, like for instance, now when I was coming to the festival and telling some friends and some people I know, when they ask who are you going to interview, and then I mentioned you guys, well, I'm going to start with Billy Talent. Oh, who's he? And that you probably get, probably people misunderstand that the whole time. What kind of misunderstandings have you heard concerning the band name?
It's been happening since we named the band Billy Talent. It's been the same thing. It's been, I get "Hey Billy" all the time. But that's okay. Until people understand and learn it, then that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, what John was saying that Billy Talent was a deaf boy in our high school.
Yeah, do you make up answers? Because you probably...
We're starting to now, so...
Well, it's been like 10 years of having to explain it, right? So now we just make up lies.
What's the best one so far?
Make one right now.
I like the Biffy Clyro one, that it was an old Scottish folk tale of this monster that eats lies.
Yeah, Biffy
and his
Clyro
name
has
was
the same thing happens to them because people think that Biffy Clyro is a person, but it's not. It's a band, so.
Yeah. Okay.
And when we hang out, it's Biffy Talent.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You visited us in the studio about a year ago, in the beginning of last summer, and
the morning show, wasn't it?
No, it was actually the afternoon one.
It was you were with another lady though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were talking about your pets. You were showing the pictures of your dogs, and she was just almost crying. How are your pets doing? Are they okay?
Yeah. Well, I only have one. Yeah, my dog. Yeah, she's great. I can't wait to see her on Monday. I'm excited.
Oh.
I miss her. Yeah, we get to go home on Monday. We've been away for a month, so.
Oh wow.
It'll be nice to go home.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the? Of course, when you come home, you or when you're away from home, and you've been a month away from home, as you mentioned, you probably, of course, you miss girlfriends and wives and friends and relatives and pets. But what other things do you miss? Like any smaller like conveniences that you miss about being away from home?
Quiet. You know, like I get maybe like an hour to myself a day when I'm home, and I just love sitting in my house and on my couch, and you know, I sit in my kitchen and just read the newspaper, and it's just quiet, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, because whatever, you know, especially when you're doing festivals, from the time you get here to the time you leave, it's loud. It's always loud. You know, there's always bands, and you're driving in buses or airplanes. Like it's always like there's always people around. So just have quiet is a very nice thing.
Still, concerning festivals, if you would get into trouble, like for instance here, if you would go out there and you would get into trouble, you would do something bad. For what reason do you think the security guard would come and say, "Okay, out of here"? You probably won't. You're nice guys, but if you would, for what reason?
For being too good looking.
Oh,
just kidding.
Public nudity.
Public nudity,
with all my clothes on.
Indecent exposure. We'd show our little penises to all the hot, beautiful Finnish girls.
Yeah, last time we were talking about that you being the sex master. I remember.
He's the sex master.
Yeah.
He's been macking hoes all time.
That's why I'd be walking around buck naked today.
I would not. I probably. I wouldn't get in trouble. I'd make friends.
Okay.
I'd try to make as many friends as I could. Say hi.
But the thing is that if you would like get all your clothes off and just go there and walk among the crowd, you wouldn't get thrown out because this is Finland, and if you can. Although the naked guys aren't bathing anymore, but I've seen, just waiting for you guys, I saw like a forest of penises already.
A forest of dicks.
Yeah. So
that's gross.
You wouldn't get into trouble. So
I just think that, you know, being a heterosexual male and whatever floats your boat is fine with me, but I just don't find the male body as attractive as a female body. You know, like breasts and a beautiful bum, and you know, like women are so much sexier. Well, I don't want to see naked dudes walking around.
Look at this guy.
Look at this hot piece of ass.
Gross.
We've been talking about it every day, about this oil spill and how terrible it is, and looking at a beautiful body of water like that.
Like imagine you had oil seeping up onto the shore right now.
Never mind, imagine this whole thing was oil. Like, it was oil. You know? Yeah, we're really upset about what's happened in America with the oil spill.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do you have a lot of discussions about subjects like this within the band, like in the tour bus? Do you talk a lot about politics or environmental problems and stuff like that?
Yeah, we're pretty socially aware cats, and we try to learn and pay attention to what's going on the planet, you know, and yeah, try to make as many inroads in the countries that we go to, and try to learn as much as we can about what's going on, you know, and just talking to people, you know, like when we go out, if we go out and have drinks at a bar or something like that, you know, I like to ask people about like the architecture or the history of this, you know, their city and what's happened, and you know, it's very, very interesting.
Okay.
Like I found out that Turku was actually the capital of Helsinki, or of Finland, and then it moved to Helsinki, but it was like until the Russians, or once the Russians came in the 1800s or 1700s or something. Yeah. So anyway, we're all morally centered the same way, but we do have variances on, you know, what we think is right or wrong when it comes to certain policies and stuff. Sure. Like Aaron's totally against same-sex marriages, and I'm pro same-sex marriages. You know.
I'm totally against it. It's so
it's unnatural.
Unnatural.
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. No, we are very liberal-minded. We believe in love and treating everybody with respect and letting people live their lives the way they want to.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, how do you, like, for instance, if you got some bad news from home, how do you still perform? How do you do it? Do you have any tricks?
No. In front of you. Yeah, there's a crowd of people want to hear your songs, and that's all that matters for that 1.5 hours.
Helps you get over. You know, I just lost one of my dear family friends just passed away last week, and yeah, I would have loved to have gone to the funeral, and you know, but all you can do is send flowers. Yeah. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah. So what are you going to do the rest of the summer?
Well, we have one more show after this. We play in Scotland, and then we get to go home for 3 weeks, back to Canada, and then we're going to South Africa for a week and play some shows. Then we're coming back to Europe and doing festivals in August, and then we're stopping in September.
We're home for 4 days, and then we have to go to Quebec City and play a big festival, and then we're home for 2 weeks.
Then we're home for 2 weeks. Yeah. We're busy till September.
Okay.
Pretty much.
But when you stop, will you start making new songs?
Yeah, probably around September, end of September, October, we'll start getting together and start writing and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Exciting, because some of the stuff that Ian's coming up with now is pretty amazing. We're going to go back to our roots, and the next record's going to be bigger and heavier and louder and more insane.
Okay. I bet you won't go to hell, but if you would, what kind of place would it be? For instance, what song would be playing constantly in your personal hell? Constantly. Cotton Eye Joe?
Yep. You know that song?
Yes, of course.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye. I fucking hate that song. And that will be on repeat loud.
Alanis Morissette record. The whole thing.
Oh.
Over and over.
You don't like Alanis?
Not really.
Okay. So what would be, if there would be a catering in hell as well, what would there be served?
Food?
Yeah.
Eggplant. It would just be eggplant.
Brussels sprouts and wasabi. Ugh.
Okay. And then finally, if you would go to hell, what would be the reason?
I don't know. I would hope. I don't really do anything that would make me go to hell.
Besides being good looking.
Yeah, I'm not
Too
good
looking.
looking. Yeah. Zoolander. I don't know. That's a tough question. What would I go to hell for?
You're murdering someone.
For my murder charge that I got away
that
with.
one, yeah.
I'm like Dexter.
Okay.
What about you there, Slim Jim?
Murder.
Murder.
Okay. It's quite simple.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a good show.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you so
Thank
much.
you for your time.